would it surprise you? I'm going to show you something that happened in my mind, but would it surprise you to realize that you've been programmed not to succeed in network marketing? Would that surprise you? Starting at the age of 2, family, friends, co-workers, religious institutions, your boss, you've been programmed to fit into somebody else's model. So I want to talk to you about how to reprogram your mind. I want to start this event with how to reprogram your mind for success in network marketing. Does that sound like a good idea? All right. You got it? We good to go? Okay, cool. Reprogramming yourself for success. And by the way, this is the fanciest PowerPoint ever, because my nephew did it for me. And he's out working for like Lucasfilms and stuff, so don't think that I put it together, because I didn't. And the rest of the weekend will be very normal. Reprogramming yourself for success. See, here's how this works. If you take a computer and you type a letter, right? But that letter has a typo in it. And then you print out the letter. You see the typo. So you take an eraser and you erase the typo. Right? So you've printed a letter, or you've written a letter, you printed it out, you got the typo, you erased the typo. Success, correct? You're going to go back to the printer and reprint. Typo's still there. How does this happen? So you erase even harder. This will do it for sure. You go to a seminar. This will fix my problem. The seminar. That'll erase the typo. Go back to print, you got the same issue. When you go home, I still got the same issues. At some point, you got to go back to the computer. You got to, in the programming itself of that letter, you have to change the typo. Then you can print it out and have the result that you're looking for. Does that make sense? See, most of you came to this weekend saying, tell me what to do. I'm here for my to-do list. Tell me what to say, what to do, how to dress, how to, wake up in the morning. Tell me what to do. That's why I'm here, because I want to become a pro. And that's fine. A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll focus on activity. If you draw a line in time, what most people will focus on is activity. What to do. And they think if they do that activity long enough, they're going to get a result. Right? Makes sense? And if they get those results, then the clicker will work. Then they can have the lifestyle. So what most people think, activity leads to results, results lead to lifestyle. So I need to correct my activity, and if I correct my activity, I will get the results, I will get the lifestyle. That's what this weekend is for. That's what this is all about. If I do this, success is guaranteed. Here's the challenge with that. There are more things than activity. The activity is the printer. Right? It's not the computer. So if you try and fix what's being printed out without going back to the computer, you're only going to go so far. Let me show you what success looks like. If you draw success on a chart, success in network marketing, let me show you what it looks like. Doesn't seem to matter, doesn't seem to matter, doesn't seem to matter, doesn't seem to matter, all of a sudden it matters. Let me show you what failure looks like. Doesn't seem to matter, doesn't seem to matter, doesn't seem to matter, doesn't seem to matter. Whoa, all of a sudden it matters. That's a chart of what success and failure looks like in life, in network marketing, in business. But here's the thing. Before activity, there's something else. Before activity, there is your attitude. See, you'll do the activity as long as you feel like doing it. But when you don't feel like doing it, you're going to stop doing it. So in this environment this weekend, you feel like Superman, you feel like Superwoman, you could do anything, it's unbelievable. But you go back and the kids get in the way and somebody says boo and somebody says network marketing, I think you're stupid, you're making a mistake, somebody quits, whatever. And your attitude goes, what happens to your activity? When your attitude goes down, your activity goes where? Down. And there's something before attitude. What drives your attitude? Your thoughts. What you think is important. But Jim Rohn would say your philosophy. Based upon your thoughts are going to drive your attitude. Your basic belief system is going to drive your attitude. If it's important to you, your attitude will be good about it. If it's not important to you, your attitude is not going to be so good about it. And before your thoughts, is your programming. There's that computer all the way back there. So if you take a look at all of this in a row, you got programming leads to thoughts, thoughts lead to attitude, attitude leads to activity, activity leads to results, results lead to your lifestyle, right? That's how this works when it comes to developing a life inside of network marketing. That's what it looks like. And almost no one deals with the left side of that line. They deal with the activity. And we're going to give you a lot of that this weekend, but I want you to be thinking about the left side of the line because the left side of the line is what's going to drive your success. Activity is fourth in line, not first. If you wonder why you cannot stay consistent with your activity, you're mad at yourself, you're beating yourself up because you just can't stay consistent even though you know you should, this is why. Your programming has an error that we need to adjust. And it might just be a typo. It's not that there's something wrong with you. There's just a typo that we need to change so we can get a different output. You've got to fix the programming to fix the errors. So let's talk about what creates programming. What creates programming? This core level. Your family. Your family's going to have a huge impact on your programming. Where you grew up, what was important in your family, your family's belief system, their thoughts about money, their thoughts about success, their thoughts about entrepreneurialism, their thoughts about everything affect you from the age of 2. Are they risk takers? Are they not risk takers? Are they entrepreneurs? Are they not entrepreneurs? Are they 9 to 5? Are they union? Is it a union family? Is it a non-union family? I mean, there's a million things. What's important to that family is going to drive your programming. Here's what else will drive it. Your friends have a huge impact on you. You can't outweigh it. It's just massive. Your friend's belief system will impact your programming. There's no question. Education. The educational system will tell you what you need to fit into, what you need to do, how you need to do it. You need to be part of the matrix. Here's what's good, here's what's bad. Draw inside the lines, don't draw outside the lines. Your educational system creates your programming. Your religion. What's good, what's bad. It affects your programming. You have to decide whether that's good or bad. I don't know what it is for you. Your culture. Your culture and media. I'll just leave it up there. Your culture. If you're from Egypt, do you have maybe a different programming mindset than somebody from Australia? If you're from Colombia, you might maybe think a little bit different than somebody from India? If you're from Russia, is that a little bit different than somebody from the United States? Yeah, your culture drives huge amounts of things. You take a look at some cultures that make education a huge priority. Go to India, there's more MBAs in India than there is college graduates in the United States. I mean, you go to the Far East, education. Some cultures just drive it like crazy. Some cultures don't drive it at all. Your culture, what's important, builds your programming. And the media. The media drives every day. What is important to you? What you should buy, what you should think, how you should act, where you should go, what's cool, what's not cool. Talk radio is going to start to influence your programming. The television is going to start influencing your programming. The Housewives of Beverly Hills are going to influence your programming. The Jersey Shore is going to start influencing your programming. Heaven forbid. But it will, whatever you're watching. Constant negative news is going to influence your programming. What are all your inputs? So, laws of association says this. This is why your associations are so important. You're going to become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You're going to become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You're going to walk how they walk, talk how they talk, earn what they're earning, live how they live, read what they read, listen to what they listen to, go where they go, dress how they dress. You want a little test on the laws of association? Take the 5 people you spend the most time with, write down their income, what you estimate their income is. Average it. Divide by 5. Add it all up and divide by 5. You're going to come up with a number. If you're not pretty close to that number, give it time. Because you will get close to that number. And I'll give you a secret on your laws of association. And some of the students I've worked with, some of my friends that I've worked with, they took this seriously and they changed their associations. When they changed their associations, they changed their life. The secret is this. You want to be at the bottom of your 5. You want to be in the lowest part of the economic ladder of your 5, the lowest part of influence of your 5. You do not want to have a posse. You do not want to have an entourage. I'll show you what happens when you have an entourage. If you're the most powerful person in the group, it's a problem. Be afraid. You need to be the least powerful person in the group if you want to grow. Here's why. When you do that, these people will pull you up. They'll pull you up. It's a natural byproduct. They will pull you up. The other side is if you're on top, what's going to happen? They're going to pull you down. I'm going to go crazy with this clicker, I'm telling you. They're going to pull you down. They're going to pull you down to their level. It's automatic. This is a law. It's not some concept just thrown out there. Test it. Find out what I'm talking about. Find out if it isn't true. So, one of the reasons why I created Network Marketing Pro was to be one of your 5. To just be a friend. To just be somebody who will challenge you, push you, drip on you instead of negative media, positive influence. Putting together an event like this that'll challenge you, push you, make you grow. If you have one of the audio programs, for me to be in the car whispering in your ear, telling you you've got better in you. You've got greatness inside of you. You've got talents and skills inside of you. You can do better. You can grow. That's why. To be one of the 5. But you got to think about the 5. And if you're scared of your 5 right now, there's a couple things you can do. One, don't spend as much time with people of low influence. Spend a little less time with people who are not bringing you up. Instead of 2 hours, 2 minutes. Instead of 2 days, 2 hours, Be very careful of the time that you're spending because it's having an impact, whether you see it or don't. Influence is unbelievable. I'll give you an example of influence. Come here a second, sir. It's Albert, right?
Yep.
Hi, Albert. Come here. This is Albert. Say hi, Albert. All right, let's say your goal is that camera right back there.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just one of your 5. Okay? And I'm going to walk with you on that path.
Okay.
And you're going to go to and you're focused on your goal. Okay, I want you to stay focused on the goal. And I want you to start slowly walking towards your goal. Okay? And I'm with you. I say, Albert, there's a really good movie out that we want to see. And keep going. You got your dreams and your goals. And there's this great barbecue place I want to go check out. And do you see this magazine? This really cool magazine. Look what happened to Paris Hilton. It's unbelievable. And look, a bird. I'm just one. Now come here, Albert. You think I'm joking? You think that's not real life? One friend can do that. Turn around again. Now again, I want you to walk and I want you to get distracted and I'm going to be a different friend. Okay? Let's go. No. No. Dude, no. We're going here. Got it? No. Give Albert a big round of applause, will you? So of those 2 types of friends, what are your friends like? Are they the ones that will force you to stay on track to your dream, or are they the ones that will not only allow you to go off track, but will help the process? You got to take inventory. You got to be thinking about it. This is your life. It's your future. So, one thing you could do is spend a little less time with those types of people, but even a little less time is still dangerous. Can you see just with that example how dangerous a little time with somebody who is determined to take you off track can be? How dangerous is it to go for a person who's